Hello everyone. So today's project we are doing one of Ficus microcarpa Long Island. So this tree, as you can see, it is like a medium size, or you can say large size tree. So this one I have been training this particular tree in the ground. You can see I have to cut the roots to bring it back to my working station. So this is around 10 years old, I think. When I acquired this tree, it was I think already like 4 to 5 years old, and after that it has been in the ground. So I allowed the root to escape in the ground. You can actually watch some of the videos which I did on ground training if you want to see the previous progression on these trees. So I have around 25 trees which are in the ground, microcarpa Long Island. So this is this used to be the back of the tree, like that's how I was thinking in the just before like now it looks pretty good, but when it was in the ground I was using the other side of the tree as a front, but now it looks very interesting from this side. So to make it more clear, so if anyone is working on the material, so this is like a good kind of good quality material. As you can see, it has like good base, and it looks pretty mature, and there are also many branches. And I have performed some trunk chop on this one. So there has been some tapering also, and I have selected the branches once, but then this tree grows very, it gives so many branches. So sometime if you not like really looking at the tree or not removing the unwanted branches, they can grow in really different places, and it can ruin your design and the taper of your trunk, and some branches may die which you actually want to grow. So right now I am removing all the unwanted branches and some extra foliage. So ideally we should defoliate always. So I do want to defoliate, but it's like a lot of leaves, so I just want to get rid of the unwanted branches. Then it will be easier to defoliate and select the branches. So that's how I work. I'm not saying this is you can see this particular branch, it's it's kind of in the center of the trunk. So I don't want it now. You can see now the tree looks more wide, because earlier it was in the center, so it kind of gives it covers the front of the tree and the base, so the tree doesn't look that thick from the base. So now this looks like it can be used in the design, this particular branch, first one. So but the problem with this branch is not thick enough to be the first branch. So what I'm gonna do is allow this particular branch to grow really without trimming it or anything. So in 2 years it can really get thick, and then it will look more balanced. So there is no no perfect technique to grow. Whenever you are doing bonsai, you will never get that perfection. So you have to always seek for that, and there is constant growth in the tree, and then you can work on that. So this particular branch is strong, so I just want to remove it, because I don't want this to get more thick. So I want to encourage that lower branch to grow thick. And this one also has a lot of foliage, and the branch is already pretty much developed, so I can actually cut it back. So the tapering is not only for the trunk, but it should be present in the branch structure as well. So when your branch is when it's coming from the trunk, it should be thick, and as goes on the away from the main trunk, it should get thinner. Similar way, like the base of the tree should be more like thick, and as it goes upwards it get thinner, but the number of branches increase. So we want the similar kind of structure in the branches as well. Now, as you can see, this front side, it started looking interesting because there are like a lot of aerial roots also, but these aerial roots are not coming from the branches, so I will keep them in the design. They are adding more beauty to the trunk, and they are not like spoiling or they will not be a problem in the future. But if the aerial roots are coming from the branches, then it's a problem. This particular branch is also, you can see, like it's very close to the trunk and we don't need it, so I'm removing it. And this one looks interesting. I think it can be kept. I was at first I was thinking of wiring, but like now like today I don't have enough time, so I will just stick with just selecting the branches and moving this tree to the pot. Wiring, I think I will probably do it maybe next month. Once the tree gets established in the new pot, I will do the wiring. So if you want to grow your trees in like large size or thicker and look stronger, then it's important to grow them in the ground, or you can grow them in large pots if it is possible for you. But in the ground they grow like really vigorous, and you don't need much to do. If you just keep them there and let them grow for 3-4 years, they become like really good. This particular tree, it grows very well in my climate, and it really likes the soil. And the only problem with this tree is they are prone to termite attack. So this tree was actually attacked by termites. I will show you later. On the back of the tree you will see some. And when I was removing the soil, I also saw a lot of termites inside. So I have already applied some solution for that. This is my favorite work in doing bonsai. Not wiring, but like when it's a material and about selecting the branches and finding like a design for that particular tree. This is one of my favorite parts of doing bonsai. I find doing wiring very difficult, but it is important. For sometime you have to do it. And this branch, you can see it's going upwards, because this part we want to keep it lower or smaller than the large trunk. So this is more like a twin trunk style design. You can see the right side trunk is thicker and more dominant. So the left one, we want the height to be smaller than the right one. This tree used to be around, I think, 5 feet or more when I got it. So after that I did the trunk chop. You can see the top of the tree there. There is clear trunk chop there. So I try to see all the possibilities. I'm sure there are people out there who can do a better job, whatever I'm doing, but because I'm doing it for myself, so yeah. This part I think I want to remove it. I'm using the saw. If someone wants to know about the saw, it's from Falcon. So that particular part which I'm removing, it was not looking that good. Like this way it looks more, it improves the design or the tapering of this trunk. That's why I'm removing it. These kind of, if you can see this particular branch I remove, it can be used for a new tree, for a cutting. So I'm gonna plant it in the sand. You can see it will make like really nice small bonsai tree. I have done so many cuttings like this one, and it's very fast also. If you want to make a small tree, you can, and they look very interesting. So yeah. So after removing the branch, it's always a good practice to apply cut and paste. This prevents any kind of fungal attack on your tree. This is the main trunk, the first one. So you can see that after trunk chop there is new branch growing, the new leader. One of the reason I removed this tree from the ground because it was attacked by termites. Otherwise, I would have trained it in the ground. So this part is not like really grown as I desired, that thickness, the top after the trunk chop. But it's okay. It will get thick in few years, maybe 3-4 years. That top part will also grow thick and it will look more natural. But now it looks pretty. It doesn't look that strong. So, but it's okay. I wanted to save the tree from termites. So, and my other trees I also did some check on them. So they are fine, but still I'm going to apply the solution on all of them just in case. So the roots of the tree has never been trained, and I never removed it from this growing bag. So the nursery guys put that growing bag, this tree in the growing bag, and it was there in the nursery growing, just roots were escaping when I bought it. So yeah, I want to remove all the extra branches and foliage as much as I can. So because there will be not enough roots to support all that foliage. Usually that's how it goes. When you get any tree from nurseries, their root system is not really amazing. They can be like really healthy and good thick trees, but they usually don't have like good root system where you don't have many fine roots and all. So it's always like a big shock for the tree when you start working on the roots. And it's a good practice to work on the roots like as early as you can. I mean, I have learned it in the last 2 years that it's very important to work on the roots. And you should not like, keep it on in future or something. So whenever you move the tree to a different place or pot, or you doing the planting, it's good practice to work on the roots. And this is some knobs I'm removing. This part was this is the part where I did the chopping with the saw. So using the knob cutter to carve. Carving does help a lot to give it more like a natural look. And on ficus, they are very easy to heal. So if there is a big trunk chop or something, if you do a good carving on them, usually they can heal in a few years pretty good. And it looks very beautiful also. I really like these grow bags. They are very sturdy and strong, but I try to remove the tree from this, but it was not like really working, so I have to cut it. Behind this tree you can see that one in the brown pot is my Ficus benjamina. So it was it wasn't looking very healthy, so I had to repot it because it was in that pot like for around 4 years and I didn't do any repot, so I moved it into a good bonsai pot now. It's doing pretty good now. So it took me a lot of time to do all this work. So as you can see, it's kind of turning a bit dark. I also performed the root chop with my saw. So you can see the base part is kind of missing now. It was really thick, thick root, but not many fine roots. Only the upper part of the tree has some fine roots, like feeder roots. These are the most important roots and these are the one which supports the tree. And yeah, so the tree will survive. I have done it so many times. And the media I use for this tree is sand and small amount of cocoa peat and some vermi casting. I'm using cocoa peat just like 5-10% because it's very hot here nowadays. Soil was getting dry so quick. So that's how it looks. I will work on this tree again before the rainy season starts. So thank you everyone for watching the video. If you want to check the previous work on these trees, I'm dropping the link here so you can watch this. Thank you.